What's up, Super Players? It's your homie C-Rod, and today I got a Raditz deck profile, and this Raditz deck is very powerful. I've been winning a lot with this deck, and I only post decks that I win consistently with, and I win against some of the meta decks out there. So this is my Raditz deck. As you guys can see, this is the deck profile, modified to your playstyle, very powerful. And honestly, the whole point of this deck is to hand destruction your opponent to death by using Raditz's ability to warp cards out of your opponent's hand every time he attacks the leader card, and using the Raditz Ruthless to draw you cards after warping hella cards out of your opponent's hand, and then using the Ribrianne to discard cards from your opponent's hand, and then eventually getting to 5 energies to play out Ribrianne, triple strike your opponent when they have literally no cards in hand, and you ultimately will win the game. So this is a full-on hand destruction mayhem type of deck, and hopefully you guys enjoy this deck profile in action. Raditz right here, which I am playing, and you guys are checking out the deck profile, and we got Piccolo. So Piccolo has an ability to allow himself to reveal the top card and draw into it, and I am playing this online this time. You know, things are hard right now with the quarantine, so I have to show some online gameplay. So as you guys can see, my Raditz deck is a very unique type of deck. What I'm doing right now is I'm using the Raditz ability to look at the top 5 in my deck, and as you guys can see, I did not have a target because I'm able to get a green or a red Raditz, Vegeta, or Nappa. So I'm attacking the leader, and when you guys see that I'm attacking, Raditz has an auto of forcing my opponent to warp 1 card out of his hand every single time I attack. So I'm shaking the leader to show off the auto, which he warps away the 17. And then I say no combos, and as you guys can see on the top right above Marco's super, you're able to see his life, and he just dropped himself down to 7, taking the life. So it goes back to him. He reveals, he draws his 2 cards, and now he's going to toss out an energy. This Raditz deck, guys, is very powerful. It's the strongest Raditz deck I have ever been able to make. I was trying the red-green version, but I really like this blue-green version because it has more hand control, and I'm able to manipulate my energy because of Sensu Beam. So he tosses out an energy and passes turn. I'm like, Piccolo doing what Piccolo does, usually just passing his turn. So I'm going to toss out this new draft box cards. This Raditz deck has some of the new cards from the draft box, and I'm shaking Raditz to pick up the top 5, and I get to add myself a green Raditz, which I did pick up. I add myself that Raditz, I shuffle the deck, and I get to add the Raditz to my hand, and the cards you guys are visualizing right there is my hand, and I gotta drop 1 from my hand to the drop area. I drop the Ribrianne, and then the Ribrianne from the drop area, I'm able to send it from my drop to the warp by paying 2 energies, as you guys are seeing right now, and then I'm shaking it to show off I'm using the ability. I send it to the warp. Now my opponent drops 2 cards from their hand. So Raditz is a full-on hand destruction type of deck. So I'm gonna keep the pressure attacking, and Raditz allows me to force him to warp 1 card out of his hand. So I'm attacking, and he takes the hit, but I'm like, bro, you forgot to warp 1 out of your hand. But it's okay. He still warps a Dimension Magic this time out of his hand, and I pass my turn. And this is online Dragon Ball Super card game. You can play it on Untap. I'll have the website in the description if you guys want to build yourselves a deck and play online. He's attacking me now. Piccolo's like, alright, I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna take the hit, drop myself down to 7. This Raditz deck, if you guys notice, I honestly do not want to take my own lives. I want to have as much life as possible and just have my opponent attack me to lose life. I literally run no cards to self-awaken, because the beautiful part about Raditz is that every time he attacks, he forces the opponent to warp 1 out of their hand. And we have a Raditz that happens to be in my hand, that if my opponent happens to have cards in the warp, I draw cards depending on how many he has in the warp. So I'm shaking him, activating the ability to pick up the top 5, and I whiffed. That's the only problem about this deck. There's not that many green Vegetas and green Raditz that I actually run in this deck, so that's the downside, but it's okay. Usually you just want to search out for a Raditz anyways. Oh, so he's attacking me. He's using the extra card. giving his leader a power boost and forces me to discard one, and he chose the Vegeta, so I dropped that, and I'm gonna take that hit, dropping myself down to 6. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this online gameplay type of battle where I show off the deck profile and I show off some gameplay. We have some fast gameplay right here. As you guys can see, I'm debating on attacking with the leader, but I'm continuously gonna attack the leader with my leader, because every time he attacks he has to warp one out of his hand. So he warps another one out of his hand and he takes the hit, dropping himself down to 4. So now he's at 4 lives and I'm still at 6 lives, and I'm gonna play Raditz. And Raditz, if my leader is Raditz, I'm able to draw cards depending on how many cards he has in the warp, and he uses the hidden potential card to send my card straight to the drop area, not allowing me to activate my auto. But it's okay, I'm gonna use Raditz's ability to look up the top 5, add a Vegeta or Raditz, and I whiffed. I had no targets, and then I am gonna pass my turn because I do have Vegeta the Cruel, which is a counterplay card, and I think he knew that I had Vegeta the Cruel the whole time. That's why he did not play any battle cards. So he's gonna attack me, and then I am gonna say no counters. He's gonna use the extra card Special Beam Cannon, and it gives his Piccolo a 10k boost, and he forces a discard out of my hand, and he gets to pick, and he discards my Maiden Squadron, and I take the hit, dropping myself down to 5, and he ends his turn. So it goes back to me. It's 5-4. We have a pretty decent hand state, both of us, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna toss this Android 21 Bat Omen in my energy, and I'm gonna use another energy to hopefully play out Raditz this time. And he has another counter for my Raditz, so his deck is very counter based, if you guys haven't noticed. So he's gonna play out Vegeta the Cruel. I was like, alright, Vegeta the Cruel, my auto still goes off. He KOs my Raditz and I have to warp one. That's why I warped away my Sensu Bean, but I still get the auto to draw 2 off of the Raditz because he has 4 colored cards in his warp zone. So I draw 2 cards from the Raditz. So then I use Raditz's ability, pick up the top 5, and I place it in my hand, and then I drop the Ribrianne. And I pass my turn. The reason I did not attack him that turn is because I do not want to drop him down to 3, because if he has 3 lives, he's going to be able to warp my hand away, which could be very dangerous for me. So I'm going to take the hit from the Vegeta the Cruel, dropping myself down to 4, and then he says no combos. I'm going to combo the 18. The 18 forces my opponent to get 1 card from his hand, place it under his deck, which he just did, and I survived that attack, and he ends his turn. So then it goes back to me. I'm gonna toss out another energy, and I toss out the dual color Android 17's energy that goes in active mode. Then I am going to use 5 energies because I have so many energies. I'm gonna use 5 energies to play out Ribrianne, Avatar of Affection, from the new draft box number 5. And what this card does is it KOs the entire field, ignoring barrier, and when she's in rest mode, my opponent cannot attack my leader. He has to attack Ribrianne. But he has a counter play. He plays Vegeta the Cruel. He forces me to warp 1 card out of my hand because it does not KO Ribrianne. Then I awaken, restand in energy, and now I'm gonna attack and pressure him because I want to drop him down to 3 so I can go in with the triple strike and finish the job. So I'm attacking him. He says no counters. Raditz's ability continuously warping his hand away, but he's got a combo out of Raditz's attack, forcing my Ribrianne to go to rest mode, because when he combos the Zamasu, he puts one of my battle cards or leader cards to rest mode, and just like that, he ended up surviving my triple strike. So now it's looking like he's gonna awaken. He places 2 cards under his leader, 1 green and 1 blue, and he draws 3 cards. Just like that, his leader is awakened, and it's looking like he's gonna pressure me, but he cannot attack my leader. He has to attack Ribrianne. So he's attacking Ribrianne. He doesn't combo, he passes his turn, because literally Ribrianne's a 30k. So I'm gonna attack with a triple strike, and let's see what he ends up doing. He's gonna counter me right now. He's gonna use 4 energies to play out Ultra Instinct, but I have a response. I do have hidden potential, making that card go straight to the drop zone, not activating his auto, and I restand in energy, so he's unable to bounce back my Ribrianne, and Master Ultra Instinct does not negate the attack. Since it went straight to the drop, my attack's still going through. I use 1 energy to make it a 45k triple strike, and I discard one card out of his hand because all my energy is green. And 45 triple. Let's see what he does. He's going to take the triple strike, dropping himself down to 1, and now I have Android 21, a bad omen. I'm going to play 4 energies, play this Android 21 from my energy, and then when I play her, he automatically loses a life. Upon being played, I have to drop one of my energies, and that is GG's. Well played. Raditz takes the win against Piccolo. This is the Raditz deck profile. Very powerful, very strong, very hand destruction like deck. If you guys are fans of Raditz, very powerful deck. I've beaten a bunch of other decks as well. So that's going to be in this video. Like this video for more content like this one. Subscribe if you're new here. Pimp out the Raditz deck to your potential. And like we always say, y'all stay super.